big strutter out the road. He's there. He's still there. coming this way. Man, that gun stroked me. I literally had to shoot it with the outlet on my shoulder. Is the audio still good? Woo! Yes, son. How about that? There were so many hens I didn't want to wait, man. Are we still good? Is everything still streaming good? Are you kidding me? Sorry, I was gonna let him. I was gonna let him wait a little bit. There was just too many hens, man.
More steps he had been out of frame. He had been behind the frame.
Oh man, dude, that gun stroked me. How sick was that, man? That's what we're talking about, Bo. Sweet. Oh, are you kidding me? There he is. Nice Florida bird, boys. Oh, yes. Here's your... It looks like he might have a little bit of Eastern in him, maybe a little bit of Aussie. Man, look how pretty these birds are. I am juiced that just went down the way it did. Bo Bass, baby, we did it. On One Productions, we did it. I hope everybody's able to watch it. Is audio working? That was the big thing that I wanted to make sure. Did the notification come through on your phone?
You think I had time to check that?
Man, that was unbelievable. Haven't got any text messages yet or anything. Live, baby, live.
Oh,
man.
And that's exactly what we wanted to do today.
That's exactly what we wanted to do.
We had a great opportunity this morning. We had one 15 yards, a stud. I mean, a stud. His neck was that big around. And it just didn't work out. We didn't have the footage. We could have killed him, but...
How was the footage?
Awesome.
Was it awesome?
Awesome. Yeah, awesome.
Man, I hope you guys were able to watch this. We send out the push notification. It happened real quick. If you didn't get a Sure. Were you watching? Can you?
Yeah, I'm watching. You lost audio in the middle of your interview because I think your battery cracked out or something.
Okay, cool.
These wireless, it should come back now. I'm going to stay on the phone with Jake. I was crawling around on these wireless mics, and I think I broke one of the plugs off of it. So did you watch the hunt, Jake?
Oh yeah.
Was that crazy? How was the footage?
Beautiful.
Man, that is awesome. I got Jake Powers on the line right now. He called me to inform me there was no audio. Dude, the gun just lit me up. I feel like it hit my whole face. Huh?
Audio
Okay. Well, as long
Good.
man, I'm like, that was awesome. That's what we wanted to do.
I was shaking over there.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to get too much closer because
No, it was
all
perfect.
those hens were starting to spread around me.
Yeah, and Jake, you probably saw it.
So-
Right there. If it had went a few more feet, he would have been behind the fan, and we went and saw the shot.
Jake, can you check and see if the audio came back or not?
Yeah.
We're gonna need some radios or something, because I needed to say, take the shot.
Yeah.
But you're too far.
Am I good?
I think so.
Well,
Good.
check it and make
Yeah.
sure because I turned the wireless
I
mics on.
can't get it on the phone.
Okay. All
I'll
right.
text you.
All right.
We'll check
Well, we're checking to see. We lost audio. Hopefully it's back.
How many hens were with him? 8, 6, 7? I don't know, something like that. But what I was saying is we passed him earlier and we said, both of us said, you know what, that'd be a perfect bird to reap if he's back out there, because he's going to be a dominant bird. All those hens, he's going to want to protect them, and as soon as you come out there with that fan, you saw it. He came running right to us.
Yeah, we got audio back.
Great.
It's back on. So everybody, awesome Florida bird. We are so excited. Like I said, we really wanted to do this. Last weekend was youth weekend. My old high school teacher, Mr. Nielsen, Mike Nielsen, he watched it go down. Man, my phone's blowing up, and notification came through. Great action, lost audio in my classroom. Grading, had to stop. Kept yelling for you to shoot. I got you, Mike. We got it done, man. And I think the bird probably looked a little closer in the camera than he was to me. I mean, he was.
Yeah.
What is he about? That's about 20 yards, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really good. I keep getting a bunch of text audio out, which I think it's back on. What happened? My battery, my wireless mic, I was crawling around on them. We've been doing it, and I think I messed it up. So we're back to the internal mic, you know, and that's the only bad thing about using wireless mics. You got to keep your eye on them. You know, make sure everything's good. Pretty awesome day though, man. To be honest with you, I thought we were kind of wrapping up, you know, and fortunately for us, Bo said, "Oh, there he is." I mean, we both kind of spotted him.
Yeah.
And it was incredible because we pulled off. We had the reaping decoy, and we could see him just full freaking strut out there, man.
Yep.
Looking pretty as ever. I mean, look how pretty these Florida birds are too. If you guys can check it out, you know, I kind of busted up his wing. But man, they're so beautiful.
Got every color there is on them.
Just a beautiful bird. I don't know what to say, man. This is what we wanted to do.
This is it.
Reaping live, you know, and I think the footage is good. I can't wait to see it. Obviously, I wasn't able to watch it except from underneath the decoy. And when you're underneath the decoy, I'm telling you, you got a very small window. But what we did, I'm going to grab this real quick.
Yeah,
Bo,
good,
you can,
good,
you
good,
can
good.
keep talking, show them the spurs or whatever.
Yes. Man, your phone is blowing up. That's a 2-year-old bird. Surprisingly, he had all those hens with him. I mean, you think an older bird would take over around here, but the way this property is designed, they timbered a bunch of it, so it's kind of, you got a finger, a creek bottom, then you got 300 yards and another creek bottom, and 200 yards and another creek bottom. So each section has its own birds. They fly out the same way every morning.
Oh, there's Matt. Go ahead.
Yeah, and they decide which one's the dominant bird of that section, and obviously this was the one here. This is no gobbles. I mean, we were on a whole other part of the property this morning, and they were firing off over there, and we come over here and
But not real hard though. They weren't real responsive to us.
Yeah,
you know, they were
no.
just kind of gobbling when they wanted to gobble.
gobbling it. Trains and horns and every other noise.
Let's see. It's what a bird! How about that? How'd it go?
Yeah. So
I know,
anyway, we
it's
started
those
out
wireless
off over
mics.
there. They were, they were gobbling here and there, like he said. And the one bird that we had commit, he was pretty fired up.
Yeah.
You know, every other time we called, he'd fire off
It's
and
unbelievable.
came right into us, and he just got spooked
Well-
at the end. I don't know what it was, but he spooked off, and then we ran over here, and
Good.
this is the only bird we
We're
saw.
wrapping up. I'll call you when I get back to the truck.
We went every 100 yards and hit the call.
All right,
and,
thanks, buddy.
And I can't say they just weren't vocal. I mean, we got the wind, we got trains, we got a highway, so
But it
maybe
was a
they
beautiful morning,
Yeah.
and that's what we were talking about, man. I called Jake last night. I said, "Oh my gosh, this is like the absolute perfect morning." You're talking high 40s, maybe mid 40s. I don't know what it was. I'm guessing.
Yeah, right.
No wind. We got out there, and we did have some gobbles, but they weren't responsive. Had a big mature gobbler. I
Yeah.
mean, a lot bigger than this. This is a
Good
2-year-old
one.
bird here, you know.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We get a lot of 2-year-olds out here, but it's loaded. I mean, it's loaded. It's not like any other property that I've hunted. You know, you can go down all these roads. There's just turkey tracks everywhere, which can be really hard. I was speaking about it earlier this morning, but you know, you get a lot of these birds that hang up. They get with hens and everything, but when you bring out this full strut decoy and you start walking at him, that gobbler is not gonna back down. He wants to get to you before you get to his hens.
Absolutely.
And that's why I told Bo when we got out, I said, listen, I'm gonna be real patient. I'm gonna try to pull him to us. So I started coming to him, the whole flock. And I'm talking, that was a flock of turkeys right there.
Yep.
How many hens were there? I couldn't even tell.
I think 7, 8, maybe.
7,
I don't
8.
know. But you got to look at, this is how pinned in these birds are on this fan when you're doing a scenario like this. They're all staring at Clay. I'm over here, got on one knee, filming behind this contraption we got going on with the live equipment, and then you got to see this golf cart real quick. Right in line, where them birds were coming in. That's how dead set they were.
But we pulled those birds.
Yeah.
We literally pulled those birds from probably 120,
Yeah.
150
Yeah.
yards.
Yeah. So that golf cart was sitting out there like that.
Those birds were deep.
And they were just keyed in on that fan. They didn't even notice that golf cart sitting there.
And here's the deal right here. So what we did, we took this old B Mobile, all right, old B Mobile. We cut it in half. And funny thing is, obviously that there came out with this. We cut this up.
Last season.
Yeah, last season. Cut it down the back, put the fan back on it. This is seriously no joke. We ran, we broke a fishing pole. So we had a crossbar, and then put 2 screws in the back so it keeps it wide, and then we have a hole right here, and that's what my gun barrel was sticking through. And so when I was down like this, I had my gun barrel, you know, through the hole. I'm not going to stick it at Bo, but you can see it like that. And so I was down like this, and so I'm at an angle, so I can't shoulder the gun, and he's at 20 yards, and so when I shot, this hit my tooth and this hit my head and it hurt. But man, and I didn't know if I hit him or not, you know. I looked up and luckily he was laying down right there. So really awesome experience, awesome footage. If you guys weren't able to, you should be able to scroll back and watch the hunt right now. We're going to close it out. We'll be back out here again tomorrow morning, and there's so many more turkeys. I mean, it's hard to touch this spot. It was an awesome hunt. That was how we wanted it to go down. I really thought that when they weren't gobbling and everything, we just got fortunate to spot that bird before he spotted us.
Yeah.
I can't believe we were able to put the golf cart in the woods. That was crazy. We were heading back to the truck.
Yep.
So,
Well, but we did say that bird only went 20 yards off the road, and he could very well be right back out there, and sure enough, he was.
I mean, it's just like if anybody's been hunting a field and you've had the farmers come in on the field, you had turkeys out there, and the farmer comes in on a tractor and they take off into the woods. You know, from the person who's on the equipment standpoint, those birds are gone. You scared them away forever. But as soon as that tractor disappears, those birds are coming right back out. You know, I've seen it multiple times, and like I said, we saw this bird. They spooked once, and then it wasn't an hour later we came back, and all those birds were back out there. And it's like you know, we have about a 30 yard wide strip of grass, and then a road, which, like I said, this is a gated club. You know, so I mean, the road has been really plowed out because they've logged all this. It's been clear cut. It went down from, I think, roughly 15 to 18,000 acres down to about 6,500 acres, which me and Bo talked about. We really think it helped the turkey hunting, you know, concentrate the turkeys. Maybe not help it, because we've always been successful here. It's just concentrated the birds in some of these other areas. It's made it a little bit more easy to pattern them. So, like I said, we're excited to get back out here again. And to be honest with you, our plan was to go back because we know there's going to be birds probably out on the gas line. Boat will be up, so we'll probably shut it down. And then what we'll do is, gosh, my phone. I'm all shook up. Is fire it back up if we have birds down there. And then, man, if they're out there on the gas line, that footage will be ridiculous.
Lights out.
It will be sick. So, there they are. I might make it to Kentucky this year. I don't know. I would say with 4 kids under the age of 5, I probably won't. I would love to, but unfortunately, I think I'm stuck within a hour drive radius of the house, unless it has to do with business. Man, Dad was supposed to come out here. You know, I got about 100 text messages, so really awesome hunt, dude. Hey, it looks like you did a good job behind the camera, man. Awesome. That live hunting, that's the big thing, man. You got to be able to focus. There's no editing, you know, and I hope it was clear for you guys to be able to watch. I know we had a little issue with the wireless mics all morning long. Probably should have went with the internal, but I think that it made it through the hunt, from what I understand, and being able to, for me to talk to the viewers. And I think, you know, you were probably 60 yards away from me when we were talking at the far point.
Yeah.
And God, dude, these birds, these sandbirds, oh my gosh, they were lighting me up.
Didn't take that into
These
account.
little things were sticking in my knees. I think y'all probably heard me. Gosh, what a hunt. That's all worth it, man. That is a beautiful, beautiful bird. Like I said, he doesn't have a huge beard on him, but you'll get that with 2-year-old Florida birds, and you know, has some nice spurs on them, but they're just, I mean, gorgeous birds, and beautiful fan on them, obviously, like all turkeys have. But we're excited. So we're going to shut down. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We're going to go try to find another bird. If we don't, we'll be back out here killing them in the morning.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Nice job, man.
I didn't start recording until they got in frame with you. We had both of you on frame.
Right.
So, I mean, we only had 8 minutes of it. So.